Hi everyone, my name is Bob Davie with San Diego Residential Property Management, and I appreciate you tuning in to this latest installment of information. I try to regularly put out emails, what I call video emails, to our clients to be able to keep you up to speed, as they say, with all of the changing things and the variations in the environment, as they say, that's taking place here in the real estate industry in general and the property management industry specifically. And without wasting any time, I'll get right into it. You may already know this, but I wanted to make sure for those of you that do not know this, is that the city of San Diego has actually extended the ban on evictions throughout the entire city. And likely that would be throughout the entire state of California as well. This temporary ban on evictions took place yesterday, February 1st, and is going to be in place until June 30th of 2021. Now, what does that mean exactly? It means that if there is a tenant occupying a rental property that does not pay rent as a direct result, I should say, to an adverse financial condition brought about by COVID-19, we cannot proceed with standard eviction processes against that tenant, at least until July 1st of 2021. Now, does that mean that you cannot evict, period? The answer is no. If you have a tenant that is, let's just say, breaking other elements of the lease agreement, material elements of the lease agreement that are not necessarily related to non-payment of rent, yes, you can continue with eviction. Another example might be if the tenant is involved in any type of illegal activity, which is expressly prohibited in the lease agreement. You can continue on with a eviction process. This only impacts non-payment of rent issues that are brought about specifically as a result of their financial hardship brought on by COVID-19. Now, that can be an increase in costs, their costs, say in caring for a family member as a result of COVID-19, and it can also include a decrease in income brought about by, say, a job layoff as a direct result of COVID-19. So I wanted to make sure that you were aware of this extension. And somewhat related to that is, of course, AB-3088, which has been known as the Tenant Protection Act here in California. That has also been extended through that time period. So these two bills, one by the city of San Diego and one by the state of California, both impact all of us here in the state of California, and I wanted to make sure that you were completely aware of that. Now, the next thing I wanted to hit on here very quickly is with regard to our year-end tax reporting. Now, we have submitted your 1099 report as a client of ours, which basically shows income only to you on your rental property. And of course, your monthly statements that you receive from us between the 12th and 15th of every month also show all of your costs and that are associated with your rental property. So I wanted to make sure that you were aware that your 1099s were mailed out, and I also realized that you're going to be working diligently on preparing your end-of-year tax reports for both the federal government as well as the state government. Your rental property data, your information regarding your rental property is all available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your owner portal. So feel free to access that information at any point in time as of now. And of course, if you do have any specific questions that we can help you with, although we're not accountants, we certainly know the numbers and we can certainly assist wherever necessary. So please reach out to us if needed. Okay? Now, the next thing I wanted to talk with you about is somewhat related to that as well, and that is with regard to homeowner association payments. This may not impact all of our clients, but actually we do have a very large volume of clients of ours that own a rental property that are part of a homeowner association community. And then a big lion's share of those clients of ours have us pay their homeowner association monthly payment on their behalf. Well, as a result of COVID-19, we have seen through my office, as well as, you should know, colleagues of mine throughout the property management world are experiencing a similar situation where we're making the payments to the homeowner associations, and then lo and behold, within a few weeks, we're getting a late bill from the homeowner association indicating that they never received our payment. Well, after a lot of research and an awful lot of time back and forth on phones, what we've come to realize is two things. Number one, the United States Postal Service has been inadvertently losing or delaying some of those postings that have been going out, and they've not been received in time. But 9 times out of 10, because of COVID-19, the homeowner association office is on limited staff. And so they may only be opening their office literally 1 day or 2 days a week for only a couple of hours, and then everybody else that's normally in the office is working remotely. And so it's delaying those payments from being posted. So we've been negotiating with all of the HOA management firms that we do business with, and we all pretty much concluded that the absolute best thing that we can do is to make one additional payment early on all of the HOAs that we're making payments to, with the express purpose of avoiding this delay. Avoiding the delay either from the HOA management company or from the United States Postal Service for that matter. And then we can just not worry about any of those late payments or late notices or having to negotiate back and forth to have those late fees either completely eliminated, which is our hope, or at the very least reduced. So wanted to give you a little bit of an update with regard to what was going on with the HOA payments. And then we also wanted to discuss very briefly what we're calling periodic walkthroughs. For those of you that have been longtime clients of ours, you know certainly that one of the things that we do is we walk in physically to your rental property with the tenant in place several times a year to do what is called a periodic walkthrough. And we interface with the tenant one-on-one, we're chatting it up with them, we're finding out about their families, we're finding out if there's any additional maintenance items that exist on the property that we weren't already aware of. It just gives us a lot of good face time to continue to build a great relationship with our tenants, which is a huge priority of ours. Well, because of COVID, again, we are not allowed to do those physical walkthroughs. But in exchange for that, we wanted to let you know that we are doing, where appropriate, drive-through inspections. Basically, we're going to the property where, again, it makes sense, and we're getting out of the car, we're taking a few photographs, we're obviously letting the tenant know in advance that we're going to be there, and so it gives us a chance, maybe 6 feet apart from each other, to have a little bit of dialogue with them. But we won't be able to do physical periodic walkthroughs like we have been doing, just simply because of COVID-19. Now, once COVID-19 lifts, of course, we'll be right back into the swing of it again to be able to do our several times a year periodic walkthroughs, which you have reports available to you upon your request. All right. I think that pretty much covers it for right now. I do want to thank you for your business. We're all the way through the entire first month of the year, and I'm excited to say that at least up to this point, we continue to have 100% paid as agreed with all of our tenants. Unheard of. I pinch myself every single time I say that. And let's hope that it continues that way as well. Please reach out if you do have any questions of us here at San Diego Residential on these topics or any other topics. The number is 858-485-6565. Thank you so much.